What's up, everybody? So this is an emergency video because somebody needs to make homemade mayonnaise and somebody needs to make deviled eggs. So I'm going to show you how to do this. This is going to not take long, 15 minutes maybe, 20 tops. If I can get these eggs out, that's going to take 10 minutes by itself. So what we want to do is we want to put the amount of eggs that we want to hard boil inside here. And I have a couple of leftovers right here. We want to cover this with water, cold water, like that. If the egg floats, it means it's old, okay? I'm kind of like watching these guys a little bit. If they float, they're old. Doesn't mean that they're bad, just means that they're not going to be like the best quality. So anyway, we're going to put this on the stove uncovered and we're going to wait for it to come to a boil. As soon as it comes to a boil, we're going to turn the water off, we're going to turn the heat off, and then we're going to end up covering it. And then we're going to count. Here at sea level, 10 to 12 minutes. 12 minutes is really pushing it. 10, 11 minutes. Higher elevation, you're going to have to wait longer. Okay? So anyway, let's put this on the stove. Not going to be needing a lot, so we're only going to be putting one egg inside here. Typically, you only use the yolks, but you don't have to. You can use the whole egg. Typically, people will put a little bit of Dijon mustard. Hey, well, you know, I don't have a little Dijon mustard, so I'm going to use regular mustard. Doesn't take a lot. We need to put some acid inside here, so I'm going to be putting a tablespoon or so white wine vinegar. Typically 2 capfuls is about that. This gets the juice ready to come out. I was using this earlier for pecan pie, but only that much. So I will cut down here, squeeze in the lemon juice from this. When buying lemons and limes and things like that, always buy things that are heavy for their size, because that means there's a lot of juice. It might look great on the outside, but if it's light, there's no juice, and the squeeze ain't going to be worth the juice. We're going to be putting a little bit of salt in here, a little bit of sugar, and then now what we need to do is we need to add the kind of oil that we want to use for this mayonnaise. You can pretty much use any type of oil that you want. You can use olive. Because I have excess of canola, that's what I'm going to be using. And I need about 1.5 cups. Now, if you're using a food processor for this, or you're going to be beating by hand, you cannot do it this way. What you have to do is slowly drizzle the oil into the egg while you are mixing it. Because if not, it won't emulsify, and it'll take you forever. Ooh, I'm gonna have to move this over a little bit because of the outlet, but ooh, it's not gonna let me go all the way down. That's not good. Typically you have this go all the way down and then you start mixing it. This should start sucking it up, and then it should start turning into mayo. We need to leave this out because we need to make our deviled egg filling. What I want to do is I want to take a taste of this to kind of see where we're at, just in case I didn't add enough salt or anything like that. A little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and you want to use the mustard of your choice. So my eggs have started coming to a boil, so I'm going to turn the heat off and putting the lid on them. Starting to count from right now. It's 127, so at 137. I want to add a little bit more vinegar to this for the dressing, so maybe adding some apple cider vinegar. So this you can cover up, put it inside the refrigerator. It'll keep for a couple days. Right here. And then as soon as that time is up, I'm dumping the water out, pouring cold water in there, and ice. I want that to stop cooking. Okay, so how do you know if you have a hard-boiled egg? Well, what you do is you take it and you spin it. If it spins like that, that's a hard-boiled egg. If it doesn't spin like that and it wobbles, it's not cooked. Once you have the hard-boiled egg peeled, go ahead and cut it in half. And as long as you followed my timing, it'll look exactly like that, which is perfect. And what you'll want to do is you'll take this and just kind of gently work the yolk out. Some people will put a spoon in there, but a lot of times it'll tear it up. Just giving it a slight push like that will generally be enough. So I put the filling in, put some paprika on top. There you go. Doesn't have to look pretty. After all, these are deviled. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's actually really good. Oh wow, that's really good. I'm gonna eat all these. Anyway guys, that's that. Until next time, talk to you later.